Okay, you are familiar at this point with the indefinite article. And when I talk about the indefinite article, I mean un, uno, una, and un with the apostrophe. You already learned them in unit number 3. And as you know, there are the equivalent of the English or un. Okay, so for example, you know that if you want to say a friend, you must write un amico. If you want to say a girlfriend, you must write un with apostrophe amica, and so on. We already covered this point in Unit 3. Today, you're going to learn a new article, and this article is called definite because it defined an object. It's not generic, it's the. In fact, this article is the equivalent of the English the. So you're gonna learn how to say the friend, a girlfriend, and so on. So let's see, first of all, the forms. Unfortunately, in Italian, you have more forms than you have in English. Actually, in English, you have only one, and you use that for masculine, feminine, singular, plural. You can say that friend, you can say that friend, you can say the girlfriend, you can say the girlfriends, and etc., etc. In Italian, unfortunately, we have several forms. Let's see them. Let's start with lo, with the article lo. When you use lo as that, you use lo with Italian singular and masculine noun, okay, starting with S plus consonant with Z and with the group PS. Okay, so you can see, if you remember the indefinite article, that lo works like uno. So you use lo, for example, in front of a word. Let's take one word starting with S plus consonant. For example, studente. So if you have a word like studente and you want to write in Italian the student, you must use lo. So it would be lo studente. Let's take now one word starting with Z. In Italian, you have learned this word is zio, means uncle. So if you want to say the uncle in Italian, you must use the article lo, and the result will be lo zio. Let's see another example about now the group PS. If you want to say the psychologist, the word the equivalent word for psychologist in Italian is psicologo. So it starts with the group PS. You have to write lo, psicologo. So if you remember, you did the same thing when you use the indefinite article. And in front of studente, for example, you use uno. In front of zio, you use uno. In front of psicologo, you used uno. So actually, lo is the definite article that is the equivalent of the indefinite article uno. Okay, let's see now another article. Now let's see il. So il again means that. When you use il in front of a singular masculine noun, so let's say in front of singular masculine nouns, starting with consonant, but not with the consonant we already talked about. So with the exception of, I'm sorry, the exception of, let me put here, okay, S plus consonant Z and PS. So you know that in the case of S plus consonant Z and PS, you must use lo. So with all the other consonants, you use li. So for example, if you want to say the dog, in Italian dog is cane, you have to write il cane. If you want to say the computer, in Italian computer is computer, so it's masculine, singular, you write il computer. Okay, now let's see the last article for singular and masculine noun. And in this case, the article is L apostrophe. Now, the L apostrophe, if you think, there is only one case that is now left, is about words starting with vowels. So we would use L apostrophe in front of a singular masculine noun starting with vowels. Okay, so if you want to say the friend, since friend in Italian is amico and it starts with a vowel, you will say l'amico. If you want to say the tree, tree in Italian is albero, so again starts with a vowel, you will say l'albero. Okay, so now we covered the all the masculine cases. So the for masculine singular nouns can be lo, can be il, or can be L apostrophe. Let's see now their plural equivalent. Lo, singular lo, becomes gli, as well as the singular L apostrophe becomes gli. Okay, so actually we have one plural for two singulars, so it's better if we write like this: lo and L apostrophe becomes gli. So for example, let's go back and let's take the three words we have used for lo studente. It will be gli studenti. Remember that you have to make everything plural. The article, lo, gli, but also the noun, studente, studenti. And this will be like if you go from the student to the students. Now let's see lo zio. Lo zio, you make everything plural, so lo becomes gli and zio becomes si. You've learned in the previous unit how to make the plural of nouns. So if you don't remember, just go back and review everything. So do the same for lo psicologo. So we have lo psicologo, we make the plural of lo, and so the plural of lo is si, and the plural of psychology is psychologo, so it's yi, and the plural of psychologo is psychology. Okay, but we said that also gli is the plural of L apostrophe in case of masculine nouns. So if I want to make the plural of l'amico and l'albero, what will be the result? So L apostrophe in front of a masculine noun like amico becomes gli. So in this case, I make the plural of amico and I have amici. So l'amico becomes gli amici. And what about l'albero? Same thing. Albero becomes gli alberi. Okay. We have the last case for masculine, and is the plural of io. The plural of io is I.
I English, Italian E. So let's take the two words that we have used for the singular and let's make them plural. So I'm sorry, I took the wrong one. So il, not L apostrophe. So let's take them and now let's make them plural. So il cane, the dog. Now I want to say the dogs. As you know, you must make everything plural, the article and the noun. So il becomes e. I want to keep it not capitalized. E, and you make the plural of cane, cani. Same thing you will do with a computer. Il computer. Now you want to say the computers. And so il becomes e. And I can change it in a small letter. And the plural of computer, you know you have studied this in the previous lecture. Computer stays the same since is an English word, so it will be e computer. Okay, so at this point you have learned all the articles for the masculine nouns: the singular, lo, il, and L apostrophe, and the plural, gli and e. Okay, we have to study now the feminine. Okay, we have to talk now about the feminine. When we talk about the feminine, it's a little easier since we have less forms. So let's start with the singular. We have two forms, la and L apostrophe. Yes, we have L apostrophe. You see that L apostrophe works in front of masculine, but also works in front of feminine. So I guess it's easy for you to guess at this point when you use the L apostrophe. I want to start with L apostrophe. You use the L apostrophe in front of a singular feminine nouns starting with vowel. Oh, sorry. Starting with vowel. Okay, so a word like amica, for example, the girlfriend, it will be l'amica. Or a word like erba, that is grass, is feminine Italian and is starting with a vowel, it will be l'erba. Okay, when you use, let me put this one in bold so you will remember. And when you use la with singular, feminine starting with consonant. All the feminine singular starting with consonant requires la as a definite article. So let's take like a word like a house, casa in Italiano, so it would be la casa. And when you make la casa, we will talk later about the plural. So la casa or la scuola, la farmacia, and so on. Okay, at this point, the last thing that we have to cover is the plural of the feminine. So the plural is even easier because la and L apostrophe as a feminine, both of them becomes le in the plural. So if I take like la casa, la scuola, and la farmacia, it will be easy to make the plural because la becomes le, and as you know, casa becomes case. So same thing with scuola. Scuola, so la scuola, it will be le scuole, and la farmacia, it will be le farmacie. Now let's do the same with L apostrophe, feminine L apostrophe. And So where I have l'amica in the plural, I will have le amiche. So l'amica, le amiche, and the singular l'erba will becomes le erbe. Okay, so at this point we cover everything.